Right, so MetaTrader 5 or 4, it's a trading or a chatting software. Let me put it that way. It's a chatting software, and then it's also a tool for you to trade with. We have some other chatting softwares and some plugins from some websites as well. Invested.com, they have a chatting software. TradingView.com, they are chatting software programs, and then some other ones are there. The MetaTrader is a third-party chatting software that all brokers rely on. Some brokers are actually trying to design their own chatting software as well, and then some of them customized their chatting software. For instance, one of my brokers, they produce a layer of EAs and other stuff in the same MetaTrader. If you register, you can download that and enjoy other features as far as you want to make you become a successful trader. Let me put it that way. So those are things we are going to use. I'm going to use the MetaTrader, and at the same time, I'm going to use TradingView. Those two are what we'll be using. By the end of the program, you can boldly use TradingView to do your charting as well, use tools, be able to do risk reward ratio management and all those stuff. All right, so let's hit the ball running. So this is MetaTrader 5 platform, and then we're just going to go through quickly what you can do on it, what you can use it for. Today is Saturday, Forex market is closed, but the synthetic market is on. That is one advantage. You trade 24/7, or you have something, especially if you are not somebody who will go and chill small after trading from Monday to Friday. You can still make something small on Saturday and maybe Sunday after church. So we have the normal Microsoft Word when we use those days, menu bar, standard toolbar, and all those stuffs. They still play a role here. So we have the file, and the file, you see charts. That's the chart that you opened. You see your profiles. You see close, save as picture, open a data folder, print, print preview, print setup, open account, and etc. So we're going to look at some important ones. Now, those using PC, if you want to save any of the work you've done, then you have to save it as picture. So once you save it as picture, you can then post it to, you can save it or post it to someone else or who you want to send it to. So that's save as picture. We have data, open data folder. Now at this point here, if you buy any robot, buy any EAs, EAs are expert advisors. If you buy any special indicator, there, for instance, there are some indicators that you will not find in the MetaTrader. For instance, what actually wrote this week's support here is a special indicator that I use. So you will not get some of those indicators. So when you buy them, there are two ways of buying them. You can buy some of them in the market, which I will show you, and then you can also buy some of them from people. There are some that you won't get on the market. For instance, some of my EAs you won't get it from the market. So if you want to buy it, then I have to give it to you and you install it. All right, so you come to data folder, open data folder. You can be able to probably, let's say, I have a setup, and then you want to, I gave that setup to you or a template to you. You can install all those things in the data folder. So you come to MQL5, then that means you have opened the domain or the directory of the MetaTrader 5 or 4. Then we have experts. The experts are where you install the expert advisors or the EAs or the robots. So as you can see, I have some robots installed here, and then under market, I bought some robots there as well. So that is it for there. Then we have,
you can see.
You can't see that one.
Yeah.
Okay, let me do it that way around. Sorry. Thank you for letting me.
You're welcome.
All right, so can you see now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so when you open data folder, you'll see these things. You then open the MQL5, which is the directory for the MetaTrader platform. The experts are where you put the advisors or the robots. Then we have the file, we have images, blah blah blah. If you have any special indicator, you put it at the indicator base. So for instance, all these are not things that come with the MetaTrader platform. So that is about that. Then we have, let me switch it back. Then we have the view, where you have the languages. You can use MetaTrader in any language. So the French are trading, everybody is trading. So any language that is okay with you, you can set it up and use it to trade. Then we have the status bar, we have the charts bar, the symbols, the market depth, market watch, data window, navigator, toolbox, strategy tester, chart, and full screen. So any of them has a role they play. This is about the full screen. Full screen, if you don't want to see anything, you want the chart to fill the screen for you. If you don't want it, you press F11 or you come back to the view and press the full screen. Then this area is the navigator, and what you see at navigator is your account information. So this is my demo account, and this is my real account, and those I'm trading for and myself, they are there. Then you have the indicators. Let me just push it down a little here. So we have the indicators, and we have under indicators, we have trend oscillators, volumes, we have B Williams. Then the indicators I got from the market, they are there. Then this and EA. Then examples, they are just a summary of some indicators that I put together in that folder. Then I have another EA special indicator. I have another special indicator. I have some robots. I have some indicators. I name them as useful indicators. They are also special EA indicators. Another special EA indicators. And the expert advisors come. These are more or less like the robots. So those are things you see under the navigator. You see scripts. We have some of the EAs, or probably you are a developer and you develop something special for your MetaTrader. Yeah, you can use it. We have the market, the signals, and then the VPS as well. So those are things you see. Then the market watch is at this layer here, where you see your symbol. So if we log into a currency, you see the gold, USD, Euro, JPY, and all those things in this level. And then there are details, how they are trading, there are ticks, that's the lines, open and close and stuff like that. You see them there. Then we have the toolbox here. The toolbox where you see your active trade running. You see your exposure. your history, then news. You still receive news in the toolbox, mailbox. You have the calendar. The calendar is probably a news event that will happen based on country or currency. You have the company alerts, you have the article, the code base, experts, and journal. So the code base that we have some developers that you can contact them and stuff like that. Then we have the journal. There are some of them that you see market. I think I have to, let me see if I can, let me switch, see if I can get that. It doesn't have the market, but then there are point in time that you see, okay. We have updated it, so I got it. All right, so the market is here. Initially, it used to be here, but now it's here. So when you click the market, you go into the Forex market. Now, when someone is selling something to you, it only means that they didn't get it for free. So these are indicators. Some are free, some are with money. $10, $349, and so on. So we have indicators 5,000, 10,000, and stuff. So we have EA here 1,007, 4,999. I think I have this room that these experts have it, and a whole lot of them. Okay, so it's business. So if you want to go in long, you have to, drop some points to enable you get some, So these are the markets where you can purchase some of these things in case you need them. But please, for now, forget about this. You are just knowing about the market. For now, we don't need any of this now. So that is the layer down. Then we have insert, where you can insert indicators, and then insert we have the oscillators and all those stuff. That is if maybe your navigator is not available, or you have open your screen or full screen, then you can use that aspect to add your indicator. Then we have the object. Now, if you look at this point, we have smaller shape tools you can use, but when you come here, we have more of them. We have the lines, we have the channels, we have the Gann, the Fibonacci. Those who want to use Elliott waves, we have the Elliott wave object button for you. We have the shapes, we have the arrows, we have the graphical. So maybe you are doing analysis for someone, you want to add a description, explain or stuff like that. These are where you get them from. Then we have the experts. Then we have the scripts. These are some sample scripts that you see there. We have the charts, and the chart we have the market depth, all these, the bar chart, the candle, the line, all those stuff are there. Then the tools. We always do settings under tools. For instance, you want to do let's say you want to add an EA. You come to tools, go to options, and do some settings and configuration there. You have the EA or the robot response field. Then the windows. You see some trader, they have like four windows like this, something like this. This under this button that you get it. That's if you want. Maybe you have done analysis on all the assets, so you just want to like this, and you do buy and sell like that. That is it as well. And help. These are for help. If you want to contact MetaTrader, stuff like that. That's for the help. Then on the standard toolbar, it's just a shortcut to all the things that we've seen under the menu bar. So we have the algo trading. If you have a robot and you want the robot to trade for you, you turn on the algo trading. Then we have the new order. We will look at that. We have the bar chart, the candle, the line chart, the zoom in, zoom out, then the arrange windows for non-overlapping, like we saw, and the window is there. The save, the shortcut for save. This is for cursor, this is for crosshair, vertical, the horizontal, the diagonal, or the trend line, the equidistance, the Fibonacci, the test, and then the arrows or other shapes. Then we have, if you open the MetaTrader on default, you won't have the number here. You won't have the number here. For instance, I added it. So if you want to add it, you come to view and then toolbar, you see time frames, you add it. Now the advantage, one advantage over MT5 against MT4 is MT4 MT5 you have a breakdown of time frames. If it is MT4, you only see M1, M5, M15, M30, H1, H4, D1, W1, MN. But on the MetaTrader 5, it breaks down for you. So that's one advantage to MT5. Then you are able to get access to what we call proper multiple time frame analysis. We're going to learn about multiple time frame analysis. So probably let's say you did analysis on daily time frame, but I want to really see, okay, the breakdown of one daily time frame candle. It means you need two 12-hour candle or 12-hour time frame candle to help you know a day divided by 2. This is how market behaves. Then a day divided by 3. This is how market behaves. Divided by 4, divided by 6, and so on and so forth. What again? Then on the side here is the prices. So that's on the right hand side. Okay. Then we have in the market watch the bid and the ask prices here. So the bid minus the ask price gives you the spread. So we have these two tools here where it helps you see the right bottom, then the end. So where market is coming from and where market is currently. Then you see your time and date beneath it here. Yeah, I think that's all. Yeah, we also have strategy tester in the corner here, where we have ways that you can test your strategy. Probably you develop a strategy and you want to test it to see how it's working. You use this tool to help you do that. Then how do you customize your MetaTrader? For instance, this was, please don't unmute yourself. Don't unmute yourself. I think I have to. Okay, right. Solution is found. Right. So at a point in time, you see other colors on the MetaTrader platform. So how do you do it? You right click. When you right click, you see all other things. You see there are some here as well. Templates, time frames, templates, refresh, docked, grid. A grid means you have all these square on the chart. I don't use it. It helps you to calculate the smaller value of pips, or the pipette. Yeah, they call it pipette. So yeah, people use it. I don't use it. So if you want it, you can bring it. If you don't want it, add the auto scroll, the chart shift, which is the top here. So probably, let's say you have misplaced or you did something. Some people they mistakenly press a button and they can't really see something. Maybe you can't see your navigator, you can't see your time frame, you can't see your standard toolbar. Once you right click, it can help you to get access to those things. And we have the trade levels on MetaTrader 5. The advantage is that it helps you see history of your trades, like this dot here. So you can enable the trade levels and the trade history. The trade level is, let's say you entered a buy and you put your TP and stop loss. That doesn't, maybe you are with a friend and you don't really want your friend to know what you're doing. Yeah, maybe you are trading, but you don't want him to see your trade. You check and check the trade level. So the person will not see where you entered the trade, where you put your stop loss, where you put your take profit. The person will not see that. And then the trade history are the arrows where you entered the trade and where you close the trade. So the distance between them gives you the trade history. Then you have the zoom in and zoom out, then the step-by-step, save as picture, and properties. When you come to properties, it gives you another dialog box. I don't know if you can see it. So it gives you another dialog box, and we have sections you can modify. You can see your chart, bar chart way, line chart way. You can make those settings here as well. You can chart on foreground, foreground and background. I believe you all know that. Then chart shift, chart auto scroll, you can check and uncheck it as well. So if you need any of those things, you can check it. As you are clicking, you will see that there is different. Okay. And the scale, how big you want, how zoom out and big you want your chart to look like. Then if you want to have, if you have a special maybe settings you want to do and stuff like that, you can. Then we have the scale per bar, you can also configure it. Then we have the show, things you want to appear, things you want to see on your chart. You have the OHLC, show peak trading buttons, bid price, ask price, show last price line, period separators. Period separators are needed at some point in time, but when we are doing analysis, we use the horizontal line mostly to spot it, because maybe what you are really doing, you don't want to use the period you're using for analysis. Maybe the period separator will not give you that period. Let's say you are selecting an odd period to do your analysis. You use your vertical, horizontal line to do that. And we have the grid. I talked about it. Show volume, show ticks, show object descriptions. So let's say you put an object on it and you have some information about, let's say you put a thumbs up, a description and all those things, you can show it as well. And we have the background, which is the color scheme, customizing it. So we have the green on black, we have the yellow on black. It will show like this. We have black on white. See your chart like this. I don't really like using the white background because it gives direct light to the eye, but maybe you are comfortable with it, so you can use it. We have the color on white, which gives you a look like this. Then we have, so you can choose the color on white and customize it to any color you want. Maybe you want your bar to be green, want it to be red, green, and maybe red. It's cool like that. You can see it that way. And see it that way. Then I like green on black. like this. So I can also customize it to the color I want. Maybe I want green now. Okay, so let's say this time I want to use the medium blue for my bull candle, the bar up, and then the bar down I want to use maybe orange. Then my bull candle I want to use medium blue. Then my bear candle I want to use the same color, orange. So this is how it's going to look like. So somebody who always go with candlestick, identifying the colors of the candlestick before he knows that, okay, this is a buy candle or a sell candle, will not be able to read your chart. The same way someone too can, there are point in time that we use one color. We are using one color for everything. There's a point we do that. Those who already know how to read charts, they don't care if it is a red candle or a green candle. So that is it. And then some ladies too, they love to see their favorite colors. Yeah. So you can customize it to that favorite color you like, so that you can be happy with the trading. So if you are a pinky lady, you can still use your pinky color, and then your trade will be smiling for you. Okay, so that's how you customize your MetaTrader platform. There's no much difference between the 4 and the 5. So that is it. Let me bring it back to what I use or what is common. Okay, so that is what I use or what is common. So we know red is bearish, and then green is bullish. All right. Then let me now introduce you to some of the shapes you'll be using. We now use. If you have anything to say, you can send a chat, because I restrict everybody from unmuting themselves. So if you want to use this tool, you click on it. Then wherever you want to place it, you click on that particular place. And this is the vertical line that helps you to select a period to another period. So let's say I want to see what happened within 2020 September 19th to today, then I can select these two areas. These two becomes my period. And let's say I want to see what happened from the beginning of 2021, March, February, January. Okay, so first week in January till today, let's say you want to know what happened within this period. This is that period. So the vertical line helps you to select it. You can equally change color for them as well. So let's say you are doing it period by period, and then you decide to use maybe different color. If you decide to use a different color, you can also modify it nicely and do your work. Then we have the horizontal line. It actually helps you spot support, resistances, support zones, resistance zones. It helps you identify or spot a baseline and all those stuff. So that's what it does. So it can also be moved along. If you want to spot something here, select it, you want to spot something here. So that is how you use those tools. These are very important. You can't be a trader without using these tools. I'm sorry. Even if you have all EAs in the world, you still have to spot something that the EA didn't help you to spot. So we have the trend line or the diagonal line. They name it trend. Okay, draw trend line. Sorry, draw trend line. But I see it as a diagonal line. For instance, if I want to draw something here, it's not a trend, it's a line. Okay, so it helps you draw a trend line or a diagonal line. You can also change the color and use whichever color you want to use on the chart to make your work look beautiful. You know, when we are doing analysis, we always want it to look beautiful. It's part of the game. The analysis should look beautiful. So you can change the color to any color you want. You can change the thickness as well. You come to this line and then let me change it back to screen. Okay, so you can change the width, the thickness of the line. You can change it as well. Maybe you are doing a purposeful analysis and you want to use different types of the line. You can change it based on what you want. You can adjust it nicely. You can adjust it. That's also one advantage over MetaTrader 4. MetaTrader 4, you cannot really, or mostly adjust or short analysis and stuff like that. When I got the MT5, I always prefer to use it, and I go with brokers that support the MT5. It's not all brokers that support MT5. For instance, FIFS does not support MT5. Everything they do is the MT4 version they have. Now we have the equidistance line that can help you spot one point to another. So also help you identify the trend based on equidistance. Let me draw it again. So let's say you want to spot it from here. So you see that it takes it on a period and ends it with a period for you. So by that time, maybe you have selected your period. So this is what you see. It's also equivalent to a trend line. Also equivalent to a trend line on equidistance layer or level. We have the Fibonacci level, one of the tools I use as well. Fibonacci tool also help you. It's also helpful and useful in technical analysis. And then you use it, you pick a layer, then you draw it to another layer, and then vice versa. We are going to look at that, how to calculate it, how to go about it, how to formulate it, how to trade it, and how to right. So that is it for Fibonacci. And the test, it's all about you want to write something. So let's say crypto college day 3 Forex class. So you can choose a nice color or a visible color. You want to choose this. So you can also draw object as a background, and then you can make it not to be selected. So this is it, nicely drawn. So if you want it to be static, then you right click on it, go to properties and make it disable selection. Once you disable selection, it can't move again. It remains there. That's why you see people, okay, this is a trend line, this is a support and resistance, this is that, this is this. That's how you can do all those beautiful things. We have the thumbs up. Yeah, when excitement comes, go with action. So you hit the trade and you can say, hey, I got it here. You put a thumbs up, thumbs down. Hey, it didn't go well with me. Arrow up, arrow down. The stop, the check, the left price label, right price label, buy and sell. So probably let me use a nurse or a doctor or a lawyer. You have your time, you do your analysis, and then you spot those things down for market to get there to help your decision making. So what we do is that we have what we call trade calls, where you now do your analysis and then you put values there on your phone. So you now say you put your notepad, then you drop all these things on it with the terms and descriptions. So maybe once price get there, you are going to check what is happening and stuff like that. So all these things are tools just to help you make your trading, very easy for you. What again? Yeah, I think we said everything up. Then we have the time frames: daily time frame, hourly time frame, 12 hour, 8 hours, 6 hours, 4 hour. We have the 1 hour, the 15. The 15 is the most recommended trade time frame before trading. Then we have the 6 minute, 5 minute. Many people do use the 5 minute as well. So you could have catch a buy here nicely. And those who use candlestick, those who use support and resistance, demand and supply, institutional order flow, they can catch this buy and enjoy all these monies. Very simple and very, very easy. Then we have the 1 minute time frame that the scalpers use. So on 1 minute, those who understand the formation of reversal patterns would have catch this trade and enjoy it all the way here. So I think that's all you need to know about MetaTrader platform. Let me just add this before I forget. Those of you finding it difficult to integrate your MetaTrader to the your broker account to the MetaTrader, this is how you do it. You right click on account, come to open account, then in the space above here, you type your broker, Deriv Limited. Type Deriv Limited. You'll find it. So it will just come for you. If you are using maybe EverFX, find it. If it is there, it will come for you. If you are maybe using Hot Forex, so any name your broker give you, you may know your broker to be Hot Forex, but on the Meta platform, it's not Hot Forex. For instance, Hot Forex on Meta platform is HF. So you just do it. After they come, whatever broker you're looking for, you click on, you select it, you go to next. We have open a demo account to trade virtual money without risk. Open a real account. Once you create your account from the broker base, I don't really recommend opening an account here. Once you create the account on the broker base, you just click on connect with an existing trader account. So at that point, you click on you enter your number, your account number, which is your login ID. Those using phone, I think they will see login ID. And then those using PC is login. You type your password, and then you come and choose the server. So those of you using other brokers, we have servers like South Africa, those servers. You type it, and then after you are done, you click on finish, and your broker account will be loaded for you. It's very simple. So that is it. I will allow us to interact, ask questions, then we continue from there. Please, for security reasons, I'm very sure that admin will be okay with this. We want to see names of people who are coming to the platform. So Galaxy A5, please edit it to your name. Somebody just joined. I don't know if that's your Bitcoin address or not. Please We want to see your name. We want to see and identify you by your name so that we know how to refer to you. We are all not, it's not everybody that is used to the MetaTrader with Zoom, but 84043, please, would like to know your name so that we can address you. Maybe you are a professor and I call you by your name, which is not fine. So let's work on that. Now, you can edit it now as well. Thank you. So you can unmute and ask question based on what we discussed now.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mark, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, please, I have a question.
Okay.
You made mention of the robot part. So my question is, if you have a robot that can, I actually you didn't talk about its function because you said we won't learn about that now, later on. But I wanted to ask if there is a function for the robot to give, let's say, a better trade, then why then do we continue to, input our trades as well? I don't know if you get my question.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, what happened? What happened is that before automatic car came, we have manual. If I'm correct, before automatic car came, we have manual. Before electric car came, we have other cars. Before electric stoves came, we know what we were using. So everything is a gradual or stage by stage approach. Now, when it comes to the robots, for instance, you don't know how to maneuver the platforms. You don't know risk management. You don't know money management. A lot of people, I saw someone who bought a robot $3,000 and then put in $30,000. Unfortunately, he lost the money. It's not a robot. It's because the person doesn't know how to operate the robot. For instance, I know how to operate a robot. I know how to do the setup. Let me see if I can. Let me show you guys something. If I can get it. Let me demonstrate it. Let me see. I have it. Okay. I think I don't have it, but I'll look for it and show you the configuration of the robots, how they run, and all these things are things you must know trading. Let me just see. Let me launch one. Give you an example. Yeah, so for instance, this is can you see my screen?
Okay. Yes.
Another dialog box was open. Can you see that? I7 boot 1.10. Okay, so for instance, the lot size adjustment, maximum positions open, the EA indicator settings, the MACD line settings or MACD line, MACD price, the buy one, buy two, buy three, money management, Excel and TPs. If you don't know how all those things work, how do you use a robot? That's where we are coming from. But in this case, I'm just showing you things that are in the MetaTrader platform. I'm not talking about robots, I'm not talking about trading, I'm not talking about anything, but things that are in the MetaTrader. That's what we are talking about right now. When it comes to the robot, where you bought it, they give you instructions towards it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Any other question from someone? Please, any question? Ask questions. We are teaching people. So let's ask questions. Okay, a question there is the spread same as the pip? No, please. The spread is not a pip, and a pip is not a spread. The pip is the difference between the interest rate or the exchange rate or price difference. That's the pip. Or the move per an asset. But the spread is the difference between the bid price and the ask price. So that is the difference between the two. We all understand introduction to the MetaTrader platform. You have a question? Maybe I have to mention names. Mr. Shadrach.
Yes, sir.
You want me to call you before you respond? Mute the second account. Mute one. You can mute it and then you can speak so that the feedback will not come. Leonzi. Who is think twice? Okay, so we assume that.
I think silence means consent.
Yes, silence means consent, but some silence too are dangerous. Yes.
Some silence are still dangerous.
Some of the silence are dangerous. Either they don't understand anything or they over understand.
Yeah, slow but sure. Present.
I know it's not easy, but before you are teaching someone, it's a feedback.
Yeah.
Yes. So you have feedback. So I think I will make the videos become compulsory for us to know those who are really listening. Because maybe for the women have they just put it, they've joined the Zoom, and then they're in the kitchen cooking.
Preparing food for their children.
Exactly.
How sure are you? By this time. How sure are you?
Yes.
Somebody I know.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody I know.
How sure are you people? How sure are you?
Now we can now hear that people are with the PC. So there are points in time. Those days we used to do. I learned online. Sometimes I'll be in the class. I'm hungry. I have to go and cook. So I just turn off my video. Then I'm cooking. So at that point, my concentration is no more there. Maybe we have to use the video to be compulsory, so we know those who are watching. Yes, those who are really concentrating, those who are writing, so that okay, someone, which of the currencies would you recommend for beginners to trade on? Hey, Mr. Ketu. This question, for now, as a beginner, gold is out of the line. But if you're able to master gold, it's a plus. Euro USD, yep, you can. GBP, Great British Pounds, and US dollar, it's okay. GBP, Great British Pounds, and Japanese yen, yeah, don't try. Yes, don't try, because it mostly behave like Bitcoin. It mostly behave like gold. It mostly behave like stuff like that. So I think I will work on that. I'll put it on the platform. And we also have what we call currency correlation on these things as well. Some of the currencies, they match together. What A is buying, B is selling. They have positive correlation and then negative correlation. So I think we'll get there. Thank you, Mr. Ketu. At least you are hearing. You prove to me that you are listening attentively. Yes. Let me mention some people. I didn't hear some people speaking here. Mr. Joseph, he is trading. My master spoke yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Good. Please, how are you?
Yeah.
Okay. I now see why you don't want to speak. Do you have any question? Is there something you don't understand?
Yeah, I have a little question. Should I ask a question? Small question. When you were using the color, I don't know where you press, and then that thing appear on the screen. So if you can.
When I'm using the color, at what point?
Do something, or if you can show. Yeah. Like
when I'm using
changing the trade signals. When you are changing the color of the trade signals. And then when I read that the color page has appeared on the screen, and I don't know where you click.
The color appeared on the screen, and you don't know where I clicked.
Yeah, the color box. Yeah, the color box.
Okay, I didn't really get it, but if I understand, for instance,
he's talking about the candlesticks.
And the candlesticks. Okay, so I right click on the chart, I go to properties, and then you see common, show, and colors. So this is where you change the colors from. If that is your question.
Okay.
Mr. Shadrach, have you seen that some of the silence are dangerous?
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Happy.
Good evening,
yeah.
Mr.
That is dangerous. The dangerous ones. If not, you mention his name, like it will be with him.
Yeah, you will not ask the question.
Yes. Killing him. It will be killing him softly.
Okay, yeah, Mr. Happy. It's up to you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
My question is the effect that are taken on the screen. On our phone, we can see that Do you have a special setup that you use it for it, or it's because you're using a PC? That's why it reflects like this.
Okay, yes. So definitely, just like watching a movie on the PC, on TV,
Hello?
just like watching a movie on your phone and on television, you realize that they are not the same. Just like when you go to Facebook on your PC or on your laptop, and you're on Facebook on your phone, you realize that they are not the same. The same way, MetaTrader on the phone and the PC, they are doing the same thing, but they are not. The outlook will not be the same. And then there are certain things you can do on the phone or on the PC, you can't do it on the phone. All right, thank you. I have to mention
Hello, good evening.
Those who
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Is it Perfect Money or P Money? We want to know your name.
It's P Money.
What is P Money?
P is my name. Why the money is? I'm always attracting money, precious money.
Oh, you're always attracting money. That's good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's fine.
Now, please, can we have the video of this training? Can we have the video, because this is my first time of joining the training?
Okay. Fortunately, I'm recording, so I will share it on the Telegram platform.
Bro, I'm not on the Telegram platform. What about the WhatsApp platform? Even if it's your YouTube page, so that we can watch it from there.
Okay, I'm not yet uploading on the YouTube page yet, but then I think which platform did you join from? Is it Crypto College?
Yes.
Okay, so admin will repost the YouTube, the Telegram link for you to join. We have some other videos already uploaded on the Telegram platform.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks, bro.
Any other? Please, the silence that means consent. This is not where we are now. When I call Mr. Joseph, he has a question. It is not our fault. It is how we were grown up, how we were trained. Those days in class, the teacher is holding cane. So even if you answer wrong to, they will cane you. If you don't answer to, they will cane you. So it brings that fear of trying. When I was reading teaching computing 4 years ago, I was in class with almost 99% of people I learned with are all from the Western world. And when they are sharing how they teach in class, in fact, cane is not part of the equation. So the interaction, the way they are responding and they are interacting in the class, even it's online, but it gets to a point I was feeling shy to talk. Nobody is seeing you, but I was feeling shy. See, so we have to decrypt our mind from this fear of trying. Please, it won't help you. The fear of, oh, just try. Be an extrovert. Don't be too meek that a simple question that could bring something great to you, because of fear, you won't get a clarification. Please. Then it means that I'm wasting my time, guys. And by this time, I have a lot to read. Yes, I'm doing another course that will take me 6 months to complete, and I'm giving you my 2 hours every night. You can imagine what I'm giving out. So if you are not understanding the teaching, then we are not doing anything. Please, admin, kindly talk to the family encourage them to respond, to ask the question, so that we will not waste the time.
All right, Mr. Mark.
Thank
I
you.
believe we understood, but then we are gradually building the point. So when we get to the combination of all that we've learned, we may be able to apply it.
Okay.
So for now, you can take our silence as consent.
Okay, is it a healthy consent?
Oh, it's a healthy one.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so admin says it's a healthy consent. So after 3 days, if somebody said, where can I get
Heroes consent?
If somebody asks me, where can I get a vertical line? I'll remember today is when? Today is rest today, we don't have dates.
Saturday.
Okay, today is 10. I'll remember today. All right, that's fine. So we are moving on. Do you have any question before we move on? If no, then I am moving on. Don't also rely on the video not to ask questions, please. Don't rely. That's why the first batch, once some people start requesting for the video, some start absenting themselves. So I stopped the recording. Some people will ask for YouTube. I started and I stopped. But I want us to grab the whole thing from scratch. So do not rely on the video so you don't get the concept of what we're talking about. All right, so I will now want to talk about a candlestick. I will talk about candlestick. Okay, so we have these bars. Let me use this image to, for example, okay. So we have a formation of something that looks like this. So we call it candlestick. But I don't know how come they give a name candlestick. But we meet it as candlestick and then we are going through as candlestick. Then we have the candlestick comes per the time frame you are using. So if you are dealing with 1 hour time frame, each candlestick appears every 1 hour. If you are using the 1 minute time frame, each candlestick appears every minute. If you are using the 4 hour, each candlestick appears every 4 hours, which means that within that 4 hour candle, we have 4 1 hour candles embedded or engulfed or swallowed by that one candle, which gives you 60 minutes times 4 candles on 1 minute time frame embedded in that 4 hour candle. It tells you how the market performed within that period. So it tells you where market has opened from, or where price has opened from, and where price has closed. What is the highest price has reached, and what is the lowest price came from. So the example is on the screen, which we have the high, we have the body, we have the low, we have the open, we have the close. So the close on bullish or on a buying market, market buy from down and close at the top. And then on selling market or a bearish market or a bearish candle or a selling candle, market open from the top and close at the bottom. Now, for instance, market price has start forming from here, but the decision, the formation of the candlestick begin from the open line and closes here. But before the 1 hour or the time frame you are using closes completely for a new candle to be formed, probably let's say you are using a 1 hour time frame. Before the 1 hour elapse, candle price have been here a little bit above and breathed in. Price was here and breathed in before closing. That's why you see this long thing. And this long thing is called the wick. It is called the wick. This is the wick. That's how we spell it. I remember those days I was starting the course. The teacher said wick, so I wrote W-E-A-K. But it was later I want to do research and I realized that what I wrote does not exist. So it's wick. So the opposite of the bullish candle is the bearish candle. Now the bull only means it's an animal, but it's up. The bear is also an animal and it's down. So when we say we are going bullish, it means we are buying. When we say we are going bearish, it means we say we are selling. If we say we are going long, it means we are buying. If we say we are going short, it means we are selling. These are the terminologies or some of our jargons we use when it comes to forex trading. So the length of the wick, this is a wick, this is a wick, this is a wick, this is a wick. The length of the wick defines the type of candlestick it is and how market will react after that candlestick. The size of the candle determines it as well. So on that note, let me see if I can give you an example. Okay. Right. So this image say it in an increasing and decreasing way for us to get it. So at this point, market is pushing up. At this point, market is pushing down. So we say decreasing, which is bearish candlestick, and then bullish candlestick. So we have where price, this is a selling market. So market price was here at the beginning of the time frame or the time before. So at this point, we say some buyers are here trying to see they can push it high. Then the sellers took over at this level. For the sellers push up to this level, then the buyers push it up. Price got here before the new candlestick is going to form. So that new candlestick going to form should probably start from this level, but it's selling. So that new candle should probably start from this level. But maybe before it starts, buyers have pushed market to this level. Buyers have pushed market to this level. Then the sellers will now push it back, then start going their way. So that's why you see those up. Let me see if I can. Those up, down, up, down, down, down stuff. The same applies to the bearish, the bullish candle as well. So this whole thing is the wick. Some also call it rejection. Rejection. Price was rejected. So let's say this is Ghana cedis against the US dollar, and let's say it goes as low as 5.5. Before we realize at the opening price, it goes to 5.9. Then it comes a high at 6.5. Then market close at, let's say, 6.4. That's the whole demonstration, the formation of the candlestick. Now, there are people who use candlestick to trade alone. I don't use candlestick to trade alone. I look at where market is going, and I'm teaching you based on how I do it as well. And then I'll also add how some of my mentors also do it in addition. So on that note, we have, we have names of the candlestick. So after the class, I'm going to drop a book entitled Candlestick Bible. So I wouldn't waste time talking about all this stuff for you. I only deal with 2 candlesticks. I deal with 2 candlesticks. So anything I'm doing, I master it. You can also look at it and see which one you will master. So we have a big candle, a big white candle, just like the name. It's a normal candle. The price, the body is bigger, then the rejections are smaller. Then we have a candle where the body is very tiny, and then the rejections are longer. Then we have a candle where the body is just at the top, a candle where the body is just below, and the stuff like you can see. So they call this doji. They call this dragonfly doji, gravestone doji, the hanging man, the hammer, the inverted hammer, the inverted black hammer, the spinning top, the shaving head, shaving bottom, marubozu. We have a lot of them. But what I discourage is that there is no need chewing and pouring them. But you just know what and how market behave. What and how market behave when each of them is formed. So we have the bullish engulfing when the first candle that formed is smaller than the second candle. So when you put the 2 together, one has swallowed one, which is called engulfing candle. We have it bullish, we have it bearish. That means each buying and each selling. Then we have the bearish harami and the bullish harami. The bearish harami is that the first candle that formed is bigger than the second candle. So opposite of engulfing is the harami. We have the evening star, which is a combination of maybe 2 big candles with a spinning top. We have the morning star, which is 2 big candles with a spinning bottom, or a little bit a small candle below it. We are going to look at that and see if you can spot all of them along the line. We have the piercing line, we have the dark crowd, we have the marubozo, both bullish and bearish as well. Then when they come together, they have names. And the truth is that I don't keep all those ones in my mind. What I always look at for is the turning point in market. So turning point. So when it comes to a turning point, I look for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now all these, this is somehow out. This is worked, this worked, this worked, this worked. So when I am trading, I look for what I call pin bar. You will see it in one of the videos I've sent. And if you don't know how to apply it, you're going to be wrong. Now, I will explain along the line why I prefer pin bar. I will explain along the line why I prefer the pin bar. I'm only looking for a turning point. Now, what happened is that many people do mistakes like they feel that okay, market move up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So they feel that okay, because it's here, it is definitely coming to what? Sell. Then there are some people too, they see it going like this, doing the higher low, lower low. We are going to look at all those things. Market is doing like this. And the fact that market is here, they feel that, oh, okay, it has gotten to a point where it will buy. Please, the fact that market is here doesn't mean it has finished buying. So some people look at it that, oh, okay, it's coming from here and got to the ceiling, so it will return. Please, maybe you are only on 1 hour time frame. So to your 1 hour time frame, market has reached the ceiling. But maybe on 4 hour time frame, it just began. Maybe on daily time frame, market is traveling to a price. So these are confusion for traders. So at the end of the class, you will learn what we call confluence. In normal English, confluence is, let me use geography. Confluence is where two or more joins, or 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5 join at a point. That is a confluence. So when you are trading, we have what we call confluence. So let's say if the candlestick is 1, the candle is 1, maybe you are using support and resistance, maybe you are using a Fibonacci, maybe you are using a moving average, maybe you are using demand and supply, maybe you are using a parabolic star, which is an indicator, maybe you are using Elliott wave, maybe you are using a harmonic scanner, harmonic patterns, the butterflies, maybe you are using the channel, maybe you are using a lot. Maybe you are using any of them. Maybe you are using an EA. Maybe you are using anything, you know. So what happened is that at least don't depend on 1. Get at least 2, 3, 4 evidence. Maybe you are using patterns. This is one of my friends. I use patterns a lot. It's ERN, sorry. So maybe you're using patterns. So if, let's say, your pattern is this, you got your confirmation. Before market goes, respect that pattern, you must maybe look at a candlestick formation. Maybe you look at moving average, you look at Fibonacci level, you know, any of all those things before you make your decision, stuff like that. Okay, so these are things we are coming to go into, and this is always a confusion. There is nothing confusion apart from where is market going after where it is. So on this note, we are done with candlestick. Let's look at it on the chart and know how they look like. When they say a candlestick, you know what we're talking about. Please repeat what you said about the length of the wick. Okay, Mr. Samuel, let me see if I can recap. Unfortunately, I'm not reading from a book, so it may not really match what I said earlier. But what I said about the wick is that, for instance, let's use this as an example. all these points here, is a rejection of price. So probably sellers have pushed price to this level, then buyers rejected it back up to this point. That caused the week. Same applies here. At this point, the buyers come all the way here, the sellers push it down. The buyers come all the way down, the sellers push it down. At this point here, Marubozo, there is no week, so it means that market come fully and the full 1 hour. There is no rejection in market price. That is the so this is weak, and at this point it is called indecision. The buyers are not in control and the sellers are not in control. We also have different types that they look a little bit bigger. They all have names at the end of the day. But probably there are some point in time, once you start seeing these things, you realize that there is exhaustion in the market. The buyers are tired, the sellers are tired. So sometimes after you see this, you see just candlestick going somewhere like this, short, small. Don't really see a full candle like this. It also, if you are trading currency, it also depends on the time frame. We are going to look at trading sessions that you'll be able to see all these things. Thank you. Okay, so let's go to the MetaTrader. Let's talk about this quickly. We have a few minutes to go. Okay, so can we see? I need answers, please. The thing we just saw, candlestick. You spot any? So if you see any, you just raise up your hand. I'll call you, so you tell us which one you spot. Who saw some? Who spot any of the candlestick we spotted? Okay, Mr. Samuel, kindly unmute your mic.
Yeah, I think I can see a doji.
I see a doji. Okay, can you please let me drag it and you tell me to stop when you see the doji? Should I drag left or right?
Stop, it's okay. No, go back. Okay, that is one.
This is one.
Yeah. Yes.
So Mr. Samuel found a doji. Some people say doji.
Yeah.
Okay. This looks like a doji, but it's not a doji. But it's a doji. Yes, it looks like a doji, but it's not a doji, but it's a doji.
Okay.
Yes, the reason is that per definition, doji is supposed to be like this, half. But there is no law specifying where the wick is. So it's just that you will see something like a bullish doji or a bearish doji or something, but it's a doji, all right? And it is a way to trick those who only follow candlestick in their decision making, all right? Thank you. Who else spots a candlestick? Who else spots a candlestick? Who else spots a candlestick? Apart from Mr. Samuel, who else spots a candle? Yeah, hello.
Yeah, it seems I saw a hammer.
A hammer. Okay, so should I drag to the right or to the left?
The right.
Right, okay, so if you tell me to stop, I'll stop. Should I keep going?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm going.
Yeah, stop.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So congratulations, you found a hammer. Right. Do you like carpenters or you just like hammer? Okay, so you have spot a hammer. I think we have another hammer here. It has a little wick always. So this is a hammer. It has a wick. Let me see. Okay, this is also like a hammer. This is also a hammer as well. All right, thank you, Mamata or Mamata. Thank you. So, two people have proven us right. What else do you see? Which candlestick can you find? Do you see any hammer somewhere? Do you see any doji somewhere? Do you see a dragonfly? Do you see gravestone doji? Do you see a hanging man? Do you see inverted hammer? Okay.
Inverted something hammer.
Inverted. Okay, so please, Mr. Samuel is about to invert a hammer, which is called inverted something hammer.
I think it's inverted black hammer.
Inverted black hammer.
Black hammer. Yeah.
Okay. So should I move left or right?
Please right.
Okay, so I'm moving right. Should I go fast or slow?
Fast.
Okay, fast. Okay, so should I stop or I should keep going?
Keep going. Okay, okay, that's it.
Okay, so we have one here.
Yeah.
We have a look-alike here as well.
Yeah.
We have one here too as well. Okay, thank you. What else? So we have a new inversion today. It will go after Mr. Samuel. Inverted something hammer. All right.
Oh.
All right, that's just by the way. What else? Which of the candlesticks did you see? You find Mariboso, did you find a bull, a full candle? You find what else do you find? Yeah, hello.
Yeah, it seems I saw Marabuzu.
Marabuzu. Okay, should I go left or right? Left.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah,
so
you have it.
This one?
Oh, no.
This one?
No.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, that's correct. So we have two types of Mariboso. One, you don't see any wick, but mostly the wicks are short. They are the wick. So this will be considered as Mariboso as well. This will be considered as Mariboso. This will be considered as Mariboso as well. We have, let me see. We have one here. This will also be considered a Mariboso. This is not Mariboso. These two is Harami because the green will swallow the red. These two is Harami. All right. So what else do you find? Thank you. I like giving gifts, so I'm actually documenting those who are active for my gifts. I give EAs. I give in special indicators that you don't find in the MT5 that you would have spent $150, $200, $300, $500 to buy. I give those to participating students. If you are answering questions, whether it's right or wrong, you may end up going home with some of these EAs to help your work easy and faster. Okay, so what else can you find? What else can you find? What else can you find? Let me go to a smaller time frame. I'm into daily time frame. See what you can find. Okay, so let me take off DA from it. Okay, so
I think I can see a harami.
A harami. Okay, so
something like that.
Okay, so let's see. Should I go left or right?
I think right to my side. I think right.
So this way or this way?
Okay, to your left. To your left.
Okay.
Go small. I think after the red one, there's a small, that green one.
Okay.
That's it. Yes.
Okay, so at this point, we have harami here. At the same time, we have engulfing. So to the left, harami. To the right, engulfing.
Okay.
So all the two come together to give you something. So thank you. So it's right. We have engulfing here because this green can swallow even all of these. What else? Which one can you find? Which one can you find? Which one can you find? Let me. Okay. Someone said gravestone, dragonfly, and gravestone doji. Okay. Unfortunately, it's in a chat, so I can't call you, but I can see something here. What you have said. And also see, yeah, same here. Can also see something like that here. That also look like inverted hammer. All right, so at least we've been able to identify a candlestick. Congratulations to everybody. So they have some roles they play, but like I said, my friends are the few ones that give me a turning point. They give me what I call a pin bar, a turning point where market is changing a direction, and I call them pin bar. Before the end of the class, you will know why. For instance, I will look at this as a pin bar, whether it's hammer, whether it's inverted, whether it's dragonfly, whatever. It's just giving me a turning point. You know where market is going to turn to. For instance, at this point here, I got one, and after that, it's going up. I saw this, that is coming down. So when you go through, you see a lot of them. It's here. This is engulfing. Engulfing actually is a pin bar. When one swallowed one, the rest becomes naked or almost naked. So it becomes a pin bar. So I see here, and we have a way to respect candlestick as well. This is harami, bullish harami. Then this is a pin bar. So thank you all for helping us identify some. So what happened is those of you have the what's the name? Those of you have the broker accounts, you can just pause some of these things, know them by heart, but don't chew them in your head, please. It's not needed. Where I know one of my students, she knows it, or bullish harami. In fact, when she's mentioning it, then everybody becomes quiet. Unfortunately, she's not trading. She chew it, all right, but she's not putting it into work. All right. So, general question for the next 5 minutes, and we call it a night. So those who send a chat, Melvin, thank you. Yeah, hello.
Okay, please, I want to ask a question again.
Yeah.
Okay, I realize you kept on saying a candlestick will swallow the other. and then causing the other ones to be naked and all of that.
Yeah.
I don't know which, how do you identify a candlestick that will swallow the other, and what's the importance of, the swallowing and causing the nakedness and all that?
Okay. So we have one we call engulfing candle, and we have one we call the harami. You say you are following. What are you trying to say? How are you? So the engulf already is about swallowing. So for example, these two candles, you realize that when they put them together, one will take over the other. These two candles, sorry, this third one is not one, but these two, the red and the green, you realize that when they put them together, one will swallow one. So you look at the length of the candle. Now, the one that is bigger on the left is the harami. The one that is bigger on the right is the engulfing. Did you understand? So basically, that's how it goes. Then another thing is that the length almost look the same, and then they are found simultaneously. But when you look at this point, you see that their market is going nice, but market is going in an upward direction. Then it gets to this point where market is not really moving again. So as market is not moving, these formations start happening. Now, as these formations start happening, what did you see? You are seeing a change in direction. Now, that change in direction is only telling you that, okay, it looks like the buyers are in power, but the sellers want to take over. Now, as the buyers and the sellers are taking over, which of them supersedes the other at that particular battle? So when you look at this point, you realize that, okay, the buyers came, sellers pushed down, buyers took over, sellers. Okay, let me explain this. So you look at it from this point, sellers pushed down, buyers took over, buyers took over. The sellers pushed down, buyers push it up here. Then the buyers take it from this level. Then there is this massive blow and swallowed and overshadowed this particular green candle. Then you see this move. So when things like this happening, it means that market is preparing to sell. When the opposite is happening, something in this environment, market is preparing to buy. Please, that is what it means. We'll look at it during the practicals more.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah,
how will I catch up with all of the trainings? Because this is my first day of attending.
Yes, it's almost the first day for everybody. The only thing is that the first day was a little bit introduction.
And I didn't start it on time. I just joined the class not quite long.
Yeah, we have a recording. So like I said, you can get it from the Zoom after we are done. But the whole class is now starting. So this one's tomorrow, just make sure you join earlier or you join on time.
Please, can I ask a follow-up question?
Okay, we have a few minutes to go, so make it snappy for us.
Okay, you said something about the length of the wick. I think I was asking, I typed it. I'm like, you made mention of the length of the wick determines the type of the market also. I don't know if I got it right or not.
Okay, the length of the wick determines the rejection of price and the next direction of market. For example, even though okay, the same thing repeat itself here, but it's not clear. But before this move takes place, let me see if I can spot it for you. Before this move takes place, realize that there are some people who will be in a sell from here, some people will be in a sell from here, some people will be in a sell from here, some people will be in a sell from here. Then at this point, some people will be exiting trade. Sellers will be coming out of trade here. Then some people will also believe that okay, it can push down a little. Then at this point, there are some people who will still enter a trade here, but they see that oh, okay, it keeps selling. So as it keeps selling, what do you actually need to know that market is going to keep selling or not? Is the formation of the next candle. Now, at a point where market is about to breathe, you sometimes see a long bearish or bullish, as at least this one. So this candle here is very long enough. So it will encourage some people to just jump a sell at the formation of the new candle. But in trading, after you understand everything, you will not enter a sell on this candle. Then before the direction change, you realize that there is a direction on this particular candle. And then there's a clear rejection from the bearish as well. And market takes its direction towards the uptrend at this level. So that's what I'm talking about. We're going to find a lot of examples along the line as we continue. Thank you.